Hi, a very good morning to you, everyone. A very good morning to you, everyone. Today we're coming back a little bit late for our session of today, but we could still continue. God is still God, and we are still here. We should keep on moving forward. And a very good morning to you. Today, I am looking at one topic, which is vision-orientated lifestyle. Vision-orientated lifestyle. So we have been talking a lot on leadership. We've been talking a lot about breakthroughs in our lives. We've been talking a lot about creating a routine. We talked about establishing this focus, shifting our focus, to focus from away from the problem to focusing on what we are capable of doing. And today I am talking about something that is very, very, very important, which is about creating a clear vision in your life, creating a clear vision in your life. And all the times, every single day, we must be able to understand that without a clear path of where we want to go, without a clear route of where we want to be as individuals, it is close to impossible, to find ourselves making any progress. It is close to impossible to finding ourselves being able to create, results that we need in our lives. It's close to impossible to create effectiveness or to create efficiency in our lives if we are not able to create such a routine. So we must be aware every single day that we must be in a position where we are challenging ourselves to get better, where we are challenging ourselves to know where we are going. Without a clear routine, without people understanding where they are going, without people understanding what they can do, it is close to impossible to create results that you need. It is close to impossible to create whatever that you want to create in your life. I can see you, Mompoloki is watching. Thank you so much, man, and for joining us. Make sure to share with us or with your circle this live feed. Make sure to share with your network this live feed, and share with me where you are watching from. Where are you watching from? So for the past 10 days, we have been doing a leadership summit where we are doing live feeds every single day like this one, and we have been talking about progress. We've been talking about personal leadership. We've been talking about shifting focus from the problem to what you can possibly do. We have been talking about building momentum in your life. That how do we build momentum in terms of crisis like this? How do we get in a position to switch our focus from the major problem to creating routine, to creating an empowering routine that can help us to get through that. So today our topic is vision-oriented lifestyle. How can we, in this moment, move away from the junk of so many things happening around us to creating, a routine that fits into the vision into our personal vision? So many people today, they are not operating from their personal visions. They are not operating from their personal missions. They are operating from fear. They are operating from lack. They are operating from complaining. They are operating from blaming. And therefore, every single day, they are not able to make progress in their life because the focus is not on what they want to achieve in their lives. Without a clear vision, without a clear path, without where you want to go, without, having a very clear vision of where you want to go, it is close to impossible to be able to make breakthroughs, to be able to make breakthroughs in your life, to be able to make everything that you need to keep on doing. I see already. Good morning. You look tired today and still show up. Thank you for the commitment. You are most welcome. I really, really had to fight to get online today. So I am grateful that I'm here, that I'm going to share what I have to do today. So we must understand that every single day we have to make a commitment to know it is our vision, where we want to go, what we want to build, what we want to become. So there's one book that has changed everything in my life. When I was reading it from high school, the book is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, written by the great Stephen R. Covey. Stephen R. Covey talked about something very important. He said, begin with the end in mind. He said, begin with the end in mind. That's point number one for me today. Begin with the end in mind. We cannot reach any levels. We cannot reach any heights that we have not clearly defined in our path. We cannot reach any massive or excellent results that we have not created the standard of measurement. Now, most people today, they don't have the standards that they are looking up to, that they are operating on, that help them to guide them to measure the progress they are going through. So Stephen R. Covey is saying, Every single person who wants to make real progress, every single person who wants to show up every single day doing the things that can get them to the next level, they must be in a position to begin with the end in mind. They must know where they are going to. Without a clear vision, without a clear path, without understanding where you are supposed to be in the next 2 months, in the next 3 months, in the next 4 months, it is not easy to be able to keep up with what is happening right now. People who are able to keep up and show up through crisis, those who are able to go through the breakthroughs, through the go-throughs, those who are able to hold their head high when everything else hits the wire, they are those who have somewhere they are going. Without having a strong, firm belief of where you are supposed to be, without having a clear vision, it is easy that when everything else hits the wire that you quit. Most people quit because where they are going is not motivating enough than where they are. And then doing the research on what inspires individuals to take action, what inspires people to show up every single day. And I realize that people don't change when you tell them to change. People don't change when you force them to change. People don't change when you just promote them and give them money to say, I want you to get better. No, individuals change. Individuals change when they see that where they are going is much better than where they are right now. People change and make transformation in their life. They say, I want to stop cheating. I want to stop, being lazy. I want to stop stopping myself. I want to stop, taking myself off my own route, taking myself off my own journey. Individuals make personal commitment to keep showing up when they see that where they are going is much better than where they are right now. And therefore, individuals who are not changing today, they are ultimately telling you that they are okay where they are today. So we cannot force people to change. But when you have a personal vision that calls you to keep showing up every single day, whether you feel it like or not, you keep showing up. Why? Because you are aware that where I am going is much better than where I am right now. And therefore, now, it inspires the internal motivation. It inspires intrinsic motivation. Now, you keep showing up whether your boss is there or not. Now, you keep showing up whether your spouse is there or not. You keep showing up whether your parents are there or not. You keep showing up whether people are paying you or not. You keep showing up whether people celebrate you or not. Why? Because you know that where you are going is much better than where you are. Now, there are individuals today who are stuck in 9 to 5s, but they don't feel like stuck because they are saying, I am going to use this moment to be working so that by the 5th year, by the 4th year, I am going to make a transition to start something of my own, or I'm going to cultivate a side hustle that is going to help me, that makes me happy. And therefore, once you have something, once you have an idea of where you want to go, once you have an idea of the pace that you are taking for your life, the pace that you are taking for your relationship, the pace you are taking for everything else in your life, you will get in a position now where you move away from complaining, you move away from blaming other people, you move away from waiting for people to show up for you, you move away from waiting for people to cheer you up. You are saying, I am going to show up because I know where I am going. That is a vision-oriented lifestyle. You are not waiting for everything else to show up. You are not waiting for the conditions to be right. You are not waiting for everything to be put to you. You are saying, I am showing up today, tomorrow, next week. Why? Because where I am going is much better than where I am. And therefore, I can say that people right now who are stuck in abusive relationships. Why? Because when they see that person out of their lives, they don't see themselves progressing. There are people stuck in abusive, hurtful emotions, relationship. Every single day, they are fighting each other. Every single day is an emotional abuse. Every single day, they are fighting whatever they have. There's no yes in their families. It's yes or no, yes and no, fighting all day long. Why? Because they see that if I leave this person, my life will not be the same. The vision they have only about themselves is them being with that person, and without that person, they think they cannot survive. They have a limited vision about their lives. Yes, they have a vision-oriented lifestyle. because the vision they see is only that person, and therefore they are stuck in this painful relationship. And then there are those other people today who are stuck in this abusive work environment where they are abused physically, emotionally, and sometimes sexually. There are people going through a lot in their jobs, and right now they are not able to say, I quit this kind of job, I am going to report this kind of behavior, I am moving out of this kind of environment. Why? Because the only thing they see in their lives is that job. They think they cannot survive without that job. There are people right now today who are not doing well in their businesses, and they are stuck in the business model that is no longer working because I told people I have a business, or now I have to stick to this business, but they are failing and they are letting down their kids, they are letting down their families. Now, what do we do with people like that? They all need to shift their focus from just believing the belief system they have built over time that I cannot live without you. Oh, without you, life does not look the same. You need now to change and remove that limited vision of yourself and start building a new vision that I can leave this relationship and start again. I can leave this job and find something else. I can leave this business model and try another one. So people who are vision orientated for success, they are willing to let go what is not working right now to start what is working. That's point number 2. You must be willing to let go what is not working right now to start something that can create a path of progress and success. You are not stuck. You must be able to make major shifts in your life, major shifts in your relationship, major shifts in your businesses, major shifts in your careers. Why? Because you are aware that if I am not going to make this shift, if I am not going to take control of my life, nothing will work. If I am not going to make decisions that shape my destiny, nothing is going to work. And therefore, people who are operating from a vision that is empowering them for success, they are willing to let go what is not working right now, and they are willing to start something that can work for them. And therefore, I am challenging you to this day. If it's not working, let it go. Be in a position to start again. Be in a position and say, I am willing to make this shift because I am aware that where I am, I can change. I remember one of the motivational speakers, he said, you are not a tree, you can change. You are not a tree, you are not stuck in one place, you can change. And then for every single day, be in a position where you are willing to say, I am willing to take a new step. I am willing to start again. I am willing to start afresh. I am willing to begin again. And therefore, every single day, you must be willing to take your gift to the next level, your business to the next level, your relationship to the next level. You don't have to be stuck with what you started with. You do not have to be stuck with what you started with. One of the major problems with people who are vision orientated. Now, most people say, no, they have been my friends ever since our high school, so I really can't let them go. I've been dating him, or we have been married for more than 17 years. I really can't move from this relationship. I've been working for this job, for 20 years. Or where can I find a job? I will never find any job. Now, most people today, they are creating a limited vision about themselves because of the circumstances around them. Most people today, they are activating a limited vision about themselves. Why? Because of the circumstances around them. And therefore, if you are not aware, you are going to define yourself according to your circumstances. You are going to define yourself according to what is happening around you. And along the way, you lose your vision. You lose your ideal world. You lose your dream. You lose your mission. Now, you are constantly operating not according to your internal GPS, but you are allowed by the environment to cause you to be where you don't want to be. This is the right moment where you can make a decision and say, from now onwards, I am not going to be operating from what is happening around me. I am not going to be operating from the things that I see around me. I am making internal GPS decisions about my future so that I can do what can set me to the next level. Don't be being caught in the systematic ways of doing things because of the circumstances around you. This is the time where you have to switch away from the noise, switch away from what's happening around you, and say, I am willing to make decisions today that takes me to the next level. It's a personal choice every single day to decide your attitude, to decide your path, to decide your vision, to decide your dream. And every single day is a battle. Remember when you talk about the battle within, that we constantly fight for what we believe in. We are fighting for our relationships. We are fighting for our businesses. We are fighting for our careers. We are fighting for everything in our lives. And sometimes we are fighting wrong battles, but we must keep showing up every single day, understanding that if we let the external world to control us, we are not going to be left with anything. And therefore, I am challenging you, my friend, wherever you are, your vision will not be killed by what's happening around you if every single day you are aware that you can make a decision to let go of what is not working today, to focus on what's working today. You can make a decision to let go and say, this thing is not working. I have tried, it's not working. Today I am leaving it and starting something new. One of the things that they have taught us, I remember at the US, they were talking about a leadership development on what leaders do today. One gentleman rose up and saying, leaders are able to decide their course. Even if they have working systems, even if they are successful in their ventures, they are willing to try something new so that they can create more and more progress and success. They are not stuck on the system that is working for them. They are also not stuck on the system that is not working for them. There are people who have gotten used to abuse that now the abuse is part of who they are. They think without today, raw manna is not life. And therefore now their vision have been shaded, or they have been dirtified, whatever, if there's a word like dirty. Now the vision is dirty now because now they have allowed the external world to be part of who they are today. Now they have allowed circumstances to define them as their identity. So their identity has all to do with abuse, has all to do with losses, has all to do with not being able to make a breakthrough. And therefore now their vision is not working well because everything else around them is dictating their day-to-day steps. Now, leaders and authentic leaders, which I challenge you to do, they are able to assess what's working for them, and they're able to make a decision that, no, this is not working for me. I am willing to let it go. And even if they have a working system, they're able to challenge, they're able to go beyond and say, I am going to try something new to see if it can work better. So they are growth orientated. People with a vision. Number 3, they are growth orientated. They are focused on growth. They are saying, I want to get better over time. Even if I am succeeding today, I want to take it to the next level. Every single day is a challenge for you, my friend, to say, I want to do it better. I want to improve how I do it. I want to improve my systems. I want to improve my communication. I want to improve my attitude. I want to improve my mindset. As you decide that path, you step in a lane where there is no competition. You step in your personal lane. Now, you are doing your best every single day. Why? Because you know that where you are going is much better than where you are. I see Sibusiso are morning leaders checking in from Eswatini. No for the quickly are thanks for the inspiration. Donald Moeti are connected from Gaps. Buicharolo Matebe are good morning everyone joining from Gaborone. More Mamo gets are it's not, if it's not working, let it go. OBE, and I see it emailing. Hello Ma, he said, wow, great shift to a better me. Loading, you are a blessing, young man. Thank you so much. That every single day we must understand that we have a decision to make. Which is my last point. The decisions to make. Every single day we are making decisions. And therefore, what decisions are you making today? Are they decisions that are getting you to where you want to be? Or there are decisions that are getting you to where everyone else wants you to be? That if we are not careful, that if we allow so much noise in the outside to dictate the path that we really need to take, we end up making decisions thinking they are our decisions, while they are dictated by the environment we find ourselves in. We may get in a position that we are thinking that we are making impactful decisions, while your dream is actually influenced by your spouse, influenced by your parents, influenced by your relatives. So you find yourself now running with the script that has nothing to do with the vision you have for your life, but the vision other people have. That sometimes we get in a position where people want us to live their dreams. People want us to live their visions. It's very, 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 very possible, and it's very, very, very happening in today's community that now the people around us now, because they don't understand the way you understand things, because they don't see things the way you see things, they end up putting you in a corner where now you want to be doing things according to how they do things, and you end up losing the vision for your life. And therefore, I am challenging you now to understand that as you make decisions every day, beware of what kind of influence you are getting around the people in your circle. And therefore, I am challenging you every single day. You have the choice to make a decision, to choose whether you are going to do well or to choose whether you are not going to do well, to choose that you are going to make progress or not, to choose whether you are going to let go certain habits or not, to choose whether you are going to do better or today you are not going to show up at all. And therefore, that is the power you have. The only power you have in your life is of decisions. The only power you have in your life is about influence. So the influence around you and where your life is right now is because of the decisions you have been made over time that have set you to where you are right now. And therefore, in order to change to the next gear, you need to shift your focus. You need to shift your decisions, that now I am making intentional decisions about my life to get it to the next level. Intentional decisions about my life to take it to the next level. And therefore, I am challenging you now. Every single day, keep showing up. Keep showing up, keep showing up, and building up the momentum to get you to where you want to be. And remember, without a clear vision, we are busy. There's so many people who are always busy, but they're not effective. Busy, but not efficient. Busy, but no progress. It is easy in today's community to find yourself being busy and busy and busy without making any progress, just because you have so many to-do lists in your day-to-day activities, but those to-do lists have nothing to do with your vision. Once you have a personal vision of where you want to go, your vision now is dictating. You become a servant to your vision. Every single day, you choose the right people for your vision. You choose the right cycle for your vision. You choose the right activities for your vision. Now, you are dictated by for your daily routine by the vision you have for your life. You are no longer doing things anyhow. You are no longer showing up anyhow. The vision is telling you, in the next 3 weeks, these are the things you have to have achieved. These are the things you have to push forward. These are the people you need in your life. This is the kind of resources you need to build up. And therefore, you are intentional and deliberate every single day, building a massive routine because you are aware of where you are going. And therefore, I'm challenging you, my friend. Without a vision, we get busy doing nothing. We get busy joining people doing whatever they are doing. And at the end of our lives, we sit down, we look back, and we have regret after regret. It's I wish. Most people today, they are not living their dreams. They are living their fears. Most people today are not living their dreams. They are complaining, they are living, they are blaming, they are living other people's ideas, auto suggestions, and therefore they have left their own path. This is the right moment right now that you can lock yourself inside and say, after this phase, as it's going to pass, seasons come to pass. After this phase, when it passes, what kind of person do I want to become? What kind of evolving do I want to see in my relationship? What kind of evolving do I want to see in my career? What kind of evolving do I want to see in everything that has to do with me? I am choosing that from now onwards, I am going to get better over time. I am going to shift my focus from the problem to shifting on me, on what I can do and what I can become. That is the challenge each and every one of us has to make. My name is Mompoloki Makwana. I am from Dau. Thank you so much, guys, for watching in, and thank you so much for joining in. Today, even though we started a little bit late, we do this live feeds, and we are going to end this coming Friday on the 16th. We do this every single day from day 1 up until day 16. We are left with only, I think, 5 days so far. So I am challenging you every morning this week. Make sure to join us on topics on how to elevate your life, elevate your relationship, elevate your career. And remember, I have personal development books. One of them, the first one is The Birth of Greatness. The soft copies are available. Number 2 is the Embrace Your Greatness. The soft copies are available. The third booklet that I've worked on, which is ready, which you can read now, is the Great News, I Welcome You. Great News, I Welcome You is a daily affirmation booklet that you can use every single day to shape your decisions, to shape your mindset, to shape your attitude, to choose your attitude every day when you wake up. It's a booklet that's available, 31 pages. It helps you to continuously build on that. And I also have an audio on affirmation. If you need an audio, make sure you inbox this page or you text me via WhatsApp. You text me via WhatsApp to get that kind of audio. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you share this with your cycle. Make sure you share this with your cycle. I can see Daniel Ari Bobono, we are live. Powerful stuff, brother. Decision making. Whatever you decide is going to become your reality. Whether you are choosing or not choosing, you are still choosing. Therefore, life, you have to be intentional in choosing the path, in deciding your path, on deciding your destiny. Every single day, you can make a decision to be better or to be worse. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.